One minute we looked out and the water wasn't bad, and the next minute we live in a trailer just up here, or did.
I'm a lieutenant here at this fire department. I was on the radio from when all this happened. I'd rode up the road earlier that morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and was checking roads. And I just turned around, come back to the house, and then I was like, this ain't good. And by the time we got everything figured out in the house, it was too late to get out of the house. I had a hold of the door handle of the front of the trailer, and then it just broke loose and was floating. I don't know, it probably floated another 200 yards. And I remember holding the door handle and looking out and telling her not to jump out of the trailer. And
It was just the good Lord.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
It was the good Lord. I remember going from one side of the house to the other and my back going through the wall.
And it's like the whole trailer went, but there was a piece opened up, and I know it was the Lord. I know it was. It just opened out and we floated out.
I seen her float out when I hit the wall, and I'm pretty sure my body's what broke the wall to make it open up, because believe me, my body is hurting. And when she started floating out, I grabbed a hold of her arm and we come out of the trailer and we floated, like I said, 300 or 400 yards, and she kept screaming, we're gonna drown. And I was like, no, we're not gonna drown. If we're gonna drown, we're gonna drown together.
And I grabbed a hold of a barbed wire fence, like down next to our neighbors, and then my husband.
I pushed her up where she could get up out of the water and be on solid ground. We pulled herself up, set up on this porch of this people's house that wasn't flooded yet, or it never did flood, thank God. That was all God. And when I got out of the water, I couldn't see out of this eye, and I was like, okay, I poked my eye out with something. And it wasn't, because I went like that, and it was just blood all run down my face, all down my neck, down my chest. And then we got her on the porch and she started shivering, and I knew I had to do something. So it was either break into the house or break into the garage. So I broke into the garage. Found God put 2 blankets there. I don't know why or how, but he had 2 blankets in that garage. I wrapped her up in it, covered her hand up with my dirty, nasty shirt, but I mean, it was a shirt to keep her from bleeding. I wrapped my head with the rest of my shirt. We sit there for probably 2 hours. Come back down here. They said we need to go to the hospital. We went to the hospital. We come back.
They tried to put us in a shelter out there in Nashville.
I was like, no.
And we just happened to walk around the corner and see Yancey EMS, and that was God too.
Yeah.
Just happened.
Yeah, I know, which I know all the paramedics around here. And he said, I asked him, I said, man, if you don't care, just get me back to Yancey County line. I'll walk the rest of the way. And he said, no. He said, man, I'll take you wherever you need me to take you. So we ended up staying at the rescue squad that night. And then the next morning, we got up. Where did you stay? No, you finally found your daughters.
Yeah, we have 3, well, we have 5 altogether, but the 3 littlest ones are 12, 13, and 16, and they just happened to be at friends that night. They just happened to go. My oldest one, my 16-year-old, she was the only one to come home with me that night, and her friend called and asked her if she wanted to come watch a movie, because she wouldn't have made it.
No.
She wouldn't have made it. Because our house is from one end to the other, it's like in 10 different pieces.
I walked back into Pensacola myself, and I had a lot of people ask me, why would you walk back? To help.
This is our home. It's our family. Not only our friends are our family here.
Yeah, I can't leave my boys. and that's just me. Even though I'm busted up, my knee's killing me, I do what I can do to help them, anything I can do to help them. Now, I mean, even though we don't even have a home, it doesn't make no difference. We have
But
nothing.
we have each other.
Yeah, we have God.
I lost the best friend I ever had.
Yeah. She was a cop in Madison County, and she got washed away. Well, a log hit her while her son was trying to pull her across, and when he was pulling her across, the log come down and just killed her. And that's hard on her, because I mean, that's like,
Since we were kids.
yeah.
I talked to her every night.
Yeah, they was really close.
She had a grandbaby on the way.
Yeah.
Where was the house?
You see where that pine tree is? That's where that phone pole and that pine tree is?
Yeah.
That's where it was.
And it came all the way this direction.
Yeah. This right here is where me and my wife was standing. Well, this was what's left of the living room. This wall right here is what I hit and pushed us up underneath the house, and we washed out, but it was up there when it did it. Anybody want to tell me there ain't no God? They need to come see me, because I'll make a believer out of them. There is no possible way we should have lived. The dude that was across the creek that asked me if I was all right, he looked at me and he went like that. He said, "You should be dead," because there was a trailer that smashed into ours that flattened our trailer up against two trees. It's all God. That's all that is.
He's got big plans.